office at Tech. And then also helping me today with this event is Meredith Lawson, who is the Associate Director for Recruitment at Arkansas Tech. And then also helping are Cassidy Jones and Deidre Dillard, and they too work in the admissions office as recruiters. And so let's get started and introduce who our panelists are today. Alyssa, you want to take it away?
All right. Hi, guys. My name's Alyssa, and I'm a senior at Arkansas Tech. My major is secondary education social studies, so that's like a high school social studies teacher. And I'm getting a minor in psychology, and this is going to be my third year working in the admissions office. So.
Hey guys, my name is Nathan Gachot. I am a sophomore here at Arkansas Tech University. I am majoring in the hospitality administration program, and this will be my second year working for the ATU admissions team.
Hey guys, my name is Austin Barfield. I'm a vocal music education major, also a Japanese minor. I'm a freshman here at Arkansas Tech, and I can't wait to see you guys on campus. It's a really great place to be.
All right, I'm Ramiro Gurdian. I am a computer science major. This is my third year working here at the admissions office. I'm a junior at Arkansas Tech, and I also have a minor in mathematics. So, yeah.
Hello, I am Marquis Vasquez. I am a vocal music education major, and I am also a freshman here. I also serve on student government, so I'm looking forward to seeing all your questions and seeing you on campus.
All right. Yeah. So all of these students work in our admissions office and their tour guides, and they are super involved on campus. So I'm pretty confident that any questions that you have, we'll be able to answer them. Let's get started with some of the ones that we picked out. So why did you choose ATU? The reasons to choose Arkansas Tech University. And we'll start this one off with Alyssa.
So I am from Hope, Arkansas, which is like a small town in like southwest Arkansas. And I really wanted to go somewhere that wasn't around my hometown, and I just wanted to like experience new places and new events. And so I ended up going on a tour on the like same weekend of my cousin's graduation that was at Arkansas Tech. And I was like, oh, I'll go on a tour while I'm there. Why not? And I haven't really heard anything about Tech before, but throughout the tour, everyone seemed so like down to earth that I talked to and so welcoming, and I immediately felt like I was at home at Arkansas Tech. So that is the biggest reason why I chose to go to Arkansas Tech.
Anybody else want to chime in on their reasons to choose ATU?
I'll chime in. So the reason that I chose ATU was because, well, first of all, my sister went here. And my brother went here, and then I met my best friend here as well. But then Bethany, oh my gosh, and then but the first time that I walked onto campus, like the first time ever that I walked on the campus, I was like, this is home. Like that feeling in my heart of like, this is home. This is where I want to be. I looked at my mom and I was like, I ain't going anywhere else. This is it. Like this is the place that I am going. So that's my reason of coming to Arkansas Tech.
Hey, Ramiro, you want to chime in as well? I know you have a pretty interesting story as well.
Yeah, well, I'm actually from Nicaragua. I'm not from around here. And, well, basically, the reason why I ended up coming to ATU is because I really wanted to go to a school that was, like, close to a big city, but at the same time not in a big city. So, like, somewhere that I could just be in a small town with, like, a pretty nice community, you know, and just be able to, like, connect with nature, let's say, and just be able to, like, just hang out without having to be overwhelmed by the big city community, you know? And so whenever I first came to Tech, I really just like I love the environment that Tech gave me. You know, like the vibes that Tech gave. I loved it, and I just decided this is the place I'm going. So yeah.
Awesome, which brings me to my next question. This is from Ramiro as well, since he did come from a whole other country. So what was it like to transition not only from high school to college, but also you had another transition, which was moving to a new place. What was that like for you?
Well, everything was very different. You know, like English is not my first language, so first of all, having to like get used to speaking English like the whole time, and just like every conversation, every little talk, it was going to be in English. It was kind of hard at first, but then like just the way people here at Arkansas Tech are, they're very like welcoming. So I felt able to just go to talk to people, you know, and just like whenever I was a freshman, I remember just going up to random people tables and just sitting like asking them if I could sit in their table, you know, just getting to know people that way. And I just didn't know anyone here, and I wanted to I wanted to meet people. I just want to get myself out there. And I started being involved with Greek life. I joined the fraternity, and I also started working at the admissions office. So I was able to like connect with various different people, you know, like yeah, different people, and just like get involved on campus. And yeah, it worked out.
Yes, it certainly has. Ramiro is super involved on campus. So speaking of transition, another huge transition that Austin and Marquis have had to make as new freshmen during the whole new COVID semester. So I'll turn it over. Austin, would you like to start and talk about how that has been and how you've really gotten engaged in campus?
Yeah. So, like Kristen said, Marquise and I are both freshmen this year. We're both doing the same major path. And you can imagine, you know, in the middle of this pandemic, being a music major is hard enough without being in the middle of a pandemic. But now we have to sing with masks on. Basically our entire program is music and singing. So there are a lot of limitations on that. But you know, that's the good thing about this campus. We're just small enough that we can make it work no matter what kind of restrictions they put on us. And so they kind of made that transition work. And being a freshman, there was also the transition from high school to college. You know, that was interesting all in itself. 'Cause, you know, you go from a school. I don't know how you guys came from, but I came from a school of my graduating class was 150, and this school has a lot more people, and it's not a lot more because it's like I said, a smaller school, but the size difference is it's something to get used to. But once you do, it's a great place to be.
I'll just like to say, hey, Spencer, he's from Conway. But anyways, I come from Conway, and so transitioning here was different, of course, especially with the whole COVID situation. Being a part of one of the major influxes in our music department, because the music department has grown so big, I feel like with that influx and with our situation, it's been a very smooth transition given our situation, you know, singing outside, social distance with mask on and stuff. Getting to classes are easy. I will say Arkansas Tech has done a really awesome job on trying to make the transition smooth from high school to college, even with this given situation. And I feel like really, if you come from either a small school or a big school, you'll like this school because it's like a perfect size. So transitioning here would be pretty easy.
Yeah, I love to say that Arkansas Tech is Goldilocks' favorite because it's the happy medium. It's not too big, it's not too small. So even if you do come from a smaller school like Austin did, or a bigger school, it still works for everybody. And I know Marquis has gotten extremely involved in campus, and I see him everywhere I go. I'll be giving a tour and come across him. And just the other day, it was like 5:30. I was walking my dog on campus. And Marquis saw me. I'm like, he's just everywhere. So the best way to transition smoothly is just get out there and meet people and be on campus, and you'll just, I mean, it'll work out for you really great. So, and I see that you guys have already started asking questions in the Q&A, which is awesome. And we're actually going to touch on a lot of those with these like pre-prepared questions. But if there's anything that we didn't answer at the end, please feel free to let us know. But I wanted to ask this question, which is, what are classes like? And Nathan, if you want to go ahead and start this one off.
So classes on campus are basically kind of like high school classes. So we try to keep it 18-to-1 ratio. So what that means is we try to keep it to 18 students to 1 teacher. But and then during this COVID, it's different because the regulations that we have now. But usually with your general ed classes, so like your college algebra, usually your biology, your comp classes, like your English classes and stuff like that, you will typically have bigger class sizes. Like I said, with COVID, it's probably different. But when I started last year, I had a biology class that had like 60 people in it, but and that sounds intimidating, but like not everyone showed up like in class every day. And so it averaged out to like 35 to 40 people in class. And then with that class, I had a lab attached to it. So with that lab, there was probably about 30, there's probably about the same, like 30, no, there's probably like 20 people in the lab. So, and the lab classrooms are actually big enough for everyone to have enough space, to do their lab work and all that stuff. So it's not like you're all crammed into a small space. They actually have a bigger classroom for bigger classes. But then you, like I said, and then you might have a class that, like one of my classes this year, because of COVID, it was supposed to be all in person, but it got moved to online because there were so many people in the class that we couldn't all meet at once. So they changed it onto online because that would be easier. And online classes now, I like them honestly, because with online classes, you have a certain freedom, I would guess you'd say. Like, yes, you do have assignments, and yes, there is due dates with those assignments. But like, instead of having like one day to do it, you have like the whole week to do an assignment or whatever they assign that week. You have the whole week to do it. And to me, I like that because I'm a part of SAB, which is one of our student organizations that we have on campus, and I'm busy, like making events and stuff. And so I just like to have that freedom, I guess you would say, of having the whole week to do an assignment. But that's about it I can say on classes right now. But yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And I do want to point out that we have a lot of hands-on classes. At ATU, we believe in hands-on and experiential learning. And so you'll find, and when when it's time for you to enroll in college, COVID is going to be history, fingers crossed. And so things will go back to normal and you'll have a lot of hands-on classrooms, state-of-the-art technology, et cetera, et cetera. So I do want to take a moment right now and announce our first prize giveaway, because we're doing those throughout every single session. And so the lucky number is 17. 17. So Meredith, you'll announce the name.
Okay, so 17 is Maddie Reed from Fort Smith. So Maddie, if you will message me, just do the direct message and you can message me your t-shirt size and we will get you a t-shirt next week.
Awesome. Congratulations. You can dress up in one of these awesome, super soft Arkansas Tech t-shirts that we're wearing. All right, so next question. What is living on campus like? I think I want to turn this one over to Alyssa to start.
Okay, so one thing that I really liked living on campus is a great way to like meet friends. that was like my favorite part about it. And I lived in M Street, which was at the time the Living Learning Community. And so it had like all floor of all freshmen. And now M Street actually is the whole dorm is freshmen. So everyone's kind of going through the same experience. And so it was such an easy way to like meet friends and meet other freshmen that were going through like the same thing that you were. And also, I had a random roommate, and I was kind of nervous about that because no one from my hometown really was going to tech. But I was like, you know what? Like, I'll do a random roommate. We'll see how it goes. And literally, she's one of my best friends right now, and I'm going to be in her wedding in December. So it really is such a like awesome way to like meet friends and just like a way to get involved in campus because your dorm halls are going to have different events that you can go to, and you're so close to everything. One of my favorite parts was I would wake up for class like 10, 20 minutes before, roll out of bed, walk to my classes. So it's really nice just to be able to have that flexibility. So
Awesome. Thank you. Makes me so happy. I also want to turn it over to Ramiro to chime in because Ramiro has lived in almost every single residence hall on campus, or at least every different type. So Ramiro, if you could talk about pros and cons of residence halls and talk about, you know, the different bathroom styles there are and just what you really enjoyed on campus.
Okay. Well, I really like living on campus because you're very like Alyssa said before, like you can just go hang out outside, you know, at Bastic and just hang out there till late at night, let's say, and just walk back to your dorm and there's no problem to it, you know. Also, you get to know all the people in your in your hallway. You get to, if you have suite mates or you have roommates, you get to know them better and like. Yeah, I agree with Alyssa. Some of my best friends are people I literally lived with for a little bit, you know, and now to this day, even though we don't live together anymore, I still talk to them every day. And yeah, well, my first semester freshman year, I actually lived in Turner, which now it's an all girls dorm, but it used to be mixed. And it was divided by floor and it's community style bathrooms. So basically, what community style bathroom means is like you have your own, like you have your room with a roommate, and then to go take a shower, go to the bathroom, there's a big bathroom in the middle of the hallway, and you just go out there and they have showers. They how do I explain this? It's really just like a little room that you just like walk in and close the door, you know, and there's like a shower thing, and you just take a shower in there. And yeah, so that's the community style bathroom. I don't like one of the things about the community style bathroom is that every morning they come in and clean it for you, so you don't have to clean it yourself, and that's like it's very nice not having to clean the bathroom, to be honest. You know, like it's always clean for you. You don't have to worry about like buying toilet paper or having toilet paper or like cleaning, actually washing the floor and stuff like that because they do it every day for you. Then my second semester, I lived in Payne, which is the only the only dorm on campus that has like private style bathrooms. And those private style bathrooms, it's inside of your room. So you have your room, you have a roommate, and then the door, like you have a door to go outside to the hallway, and then you have a door to go into your bathroom. It's very good for privacy, because like only you use the bathroom, you know, and it's like that's your bathroom, and that was really nice. Um, and yeah, one of the things though is the fact that you do have to clean it yourself, and it's not going to be always clean for you if you like well, you always have to wash it, and you know you have to wash the floors if you're very picky on sanity. I know I am, so like I had to wash it a lot. And yeah, then one of the things I really liked about the Turner, the community style bathrooms with like and not the private style bathrooms is the fact that you would see people, you know, like even if it's just random stuff, like you wanted to go brush your teeth, you know, you'd have to walk out of your dorm, like out of your room, and just go to the bathroom, and you'd see people in the hallway. Like there's always people in the hallway in those dorms, you know, so like you always get to see people and you can say hi to them, you know, like you live next door, so like might as well say hi to them, and just like you make friends that way. And I have like a couple of colleagues now that like I literally met them because they lived like two dorms down to to my apartment, and they were in the same major. So like now I talk to them like very often to like do homework and stuff like that. So I really like that, and that's one of the things that the private style bathroom you don't get that little experience because everyone just goes like you do. People do go hang out in the lobbies, but like to go to the bathroom and do random stuff like that, you basically just go to your room and you could literally not get out, like not come out of your room, just stay in your room for the whole time, you know. Then actually my sophomore year, I lived in Nut, which is suite style bathrooms, and how Nut works. At least my dorm, there's multiple different ways the rooms are set up. Right now, we only have double rooms though because of COVID. But I it used to be my dorm specifically. I had a single room, and there was in my little suite there was two single rooms and then a quad. So there's six people, and we all shared a bathroom. It was in like in the hallway in between. You know, we all share that bathroom, and yeah, one of the things is that we did have to clean that bathroom. We did have to like keep it clean because you know six boys using that bathroom all the time. It wasn't the cleanest all the time, so like it was constantly having to clean it. And yeah, and I really liked Nut because you got to meet your suite mates, your roommates. You know, like I remember I told them we were going to have this open door policy, which basically meant that we would all just have our doors open unless you were sleeping or studying. So like we'd always have our doors open in our dorm, you know, and we just walk into everyone's like you could just walk into the suite mate's room and just like hang out with them, you know, and talk to them. And we just made that little suite. We became very close to each other because we would always hang out, you know. And I really like that about Nut. And yeah, that's about it. Like my suite mates, I used to see them all the time, and you share the bathroom, you share like the place you, like I said, you brush your teeth and stuff. Like you would see them all the time, and it was nice to be able to have those people around. And then also one of my suite mates actually, we ended up rooming together this semester, but now we live in Vista apartments. So finally, Vista apartments, they're basically just like they're off campus, but they're very close to campus. It's like a less than a minute drive from here to the campus, and you have your own room and you have your own bathroom. You have a private bathroom, and then you share the kitchen with your suite mates, a kitchen and a little living room. So yeah.
So the key takeaways, you guys, is that you can meet friends on the way to the bathroom, and
Yeah.
those friends will stick with you for life. Hallway friends. So yeah, living on campus is the way to go. You definitely make those bonds. Thanks, Ramiro and Alyssa. Which takes me to the next question, which is campus involvement. So obviously, you can get super involved just by living on campus and seeing people when you walk through the hallways. But I know all of the panel are involved in different organizations on campus, student government, et cetera, et cetera. And so real quick, one by one, if y'all will just popcorn what you're involved in, the different organizations. And then if anything is in the chat, the Q&A feature, people can ask specifically about that if they're interested in learning more. Since there is so much, we don't have time to cover everything. But if y'all keep an eye on the Q&A and answer any specific questions towards those. So to start, Marquis, why don't you start us off? Because I know you just ran for office.
Yes. Okay. So I am involved in SGA, which is Student Government Association. And we just had our senator elections this past week. And it's actually really easy to like run for an office. And I won. Yay, woohoo. I love it's a good way to get a leadership opportunity on campus, and it's a really good way to meet new people who also love to be involved with helping campus out. Like right now, we're doing the voting registration drive and all other types of events too. So that's just one of the many ways to get involved on campus. So
Awesome. Congratulations. I didn't know you won. So that is so cool. Yay. All right. So, Austin, real quick, popcorn things that you're involved in on campus.
All right, so like I said, I was a music major. I'm a vocal music major, but I've also participated in the band. I am working in the admissions office, and that takes about 2 hours out of 3 days a week, and it's a lot of fun. If you guys get a chance, you should definitely try to find a job on campus. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm involved in any organizations like Marquis, but I do have several different like groups of friends that I can go hang out on campus with. There's always someone texting some group chat saying, "Hey, we're going to be here. Does anyone want to join?" You'll meet friends like that all over campus, and even if you're not in some kind of big organization, there's always going to be that aspect of campus involvement.
Exactly, which is a super good point. Like, even if you're not in an organization, if you're even just walking on the sidewalk and you see a pickup volleyball game happening at the sand courts, then it's like instant involvement. So Nathan, popcorn, what you're involved in?
Okay, so I am involved in with admissions, as you can see. I am also involved in SAB. So, like I mentioned earlier, SAB stands for Student Activities Board. So, most of the bigger events that we do hold on campus or around campus is typically run by SAB. So, like, this coming up Tuesday, I have an event for called Views from Nebo. So what it is there's a starting point, and then you will hike to the top of Nebo, and then like people will win like gift card. The first three people will win gift cards, and then people after that will win a free mask. And then also I have an event coming up in October called Big Money Bingo, and that's one of the bigger events that we do have on campus. We give away big prizes. Like last year, we gave away a Nintendo Switch, we gave away a TV, Apple Watch, AirPods, just like big stuff like that. We also give away like gift cards there as well. So that's one of the bigger events that we do have on campus. And I'm actually really excited because when we first talked about it, we weren't able to do Big Bunny Bingo because it's usually in person, but we found a way to do it virtually. And so we're actually going to do it virtually. And I'm actually really excited to keep, the tradition going. And then also I am involved with the Hospitality Society. So that is like a group on campus, a student group on campus that most of the members of it are hospitality majors. So that's a good way to meet the people in your major as well. So with that, most majors, I'm not going to say all, but most majors do have a group that you can join that most of the majors will actually be in. So if there's a hospitality society, I know there's a political science group, there's a nursing student group, there's a fisheries and wildlife student group. And so there's a lot of ways to get involved on campus. And if you don't take anything away from this meeting, I want you to take this away. If you do not get involved on campus, you will not have a good college experience. Like, I'm not joking. Like, if you do not get involved, then you'll be like, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done this. Like, you'll have that feeling of you should have done more. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'll step off my soapbox now. But that's all I want to say. If you do something on campus, please get involved with anything.
Yes, amen. Awesome. Okay, so real quick, Alyssa, and then after Alyssa, Ramiro, if y'all just want to real quick mention what you're involved in.
So one of the organizations that I'm involved in is Zeta Tau Alpha. So it's a part of the Greek life we have here on campus. And Greek life is another way that makes it really easy to make friends. Like I was immediately around like 90 other girls that I was able to have like a bond with and a connection with. And we just do like different events on campus, whether it's raising money for our philanthropy, different like sisterhood events, mixers with other fraternities. So there's really just so many things things you can do within Greek life. Like Greek week is super fun. We all kind of compete against each other and have like dance battle. So it's super fun and a great way to get connected on campus. And I'm also involved in an organization called the Presidential Leadership Cabinet. And so that basically is under Dr. Bowen, who's our president. And we just like run different events that are on campus. So whether it be like graduation or different tailgates, we'll like grill out and give like food to the alumni. And then also this summer, the governor got to come to Arkansas Tech, and I got to like greet him and like welcome people that were going to see his press conference. So those are just two different organizations that I become involved in on campus and have made my time at Tech really fun. So.
All right, so I am actually a member of Alpha Tau Omega, also part of the community of the Greek life. Yeah, like Alyssa said, Alpha Tau Omega really helped me to like get involved on campus because I just didn't know anyone. You know, like I said at the beginning, I was just here trying to meet friends, or like trying to meet new people, really. And Alpha Tau Omega definitely helped me branch out and just like get to know different people from different organizations. Then I also worked at the admissions office since freshman year, and I am also a tutor at the tutoring center here at Arkansas Tech. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's most of the things. Also, I do want to point out that we do have many intramurals going on throughout the year, and intramurals are a great way to get involved and just like to get to know more, like get to know people. It's really fun. I know that they're doing flag football right now, and I know that my fraternity at least has like a team, and they go down there to play. Some people go down there and cheer for them, you know, and they just have fun and just get involved. But yeah.
Yeah, and our intramural has been expanding with esports as well. And so if you're interested in esports, we have tons of intramurals for that. But yeah, if you guys, any of that stuff interests you, just throw something in the Q&A and we're going to be monitoring that and we'll answer your questions about involvement.
Kristen?
So, yes.
I apologize. I just wanted to add on, if you are interested in any clubs, we do have this website called ATU The Link, and it will show you pretty much everything that we have here. We have a skydiving club, we have a math club, we have everything here. So that's a good way to look over and see anything that interests you.
Yes, that's a good point. Thank you. So when you guys are admitted, when you apply to the university and you are accepted, you get access to this thing called your One Tech account. And so that's actually when you're able to access the link, which shows you our entire list of organizations from academic to community service to just recreation. So you can browse an entire list of different things that you could get involved in. So thanks for bringing that up, Marquis. So we're going to stop and do another t-shirt drawing, and the lucky number is 29.
All right. So 29 is Katie Sanders. So Katie, if you will message me your size, I will get that taken care of and then in the mail. Thanks.
Yay, Katie. Awesome. Yeah, for t-shirts. All right. So obviously food's important. So best food places to eat on campus and off campus that people sometimes don't know about. And let's start us off at Alyssa.
I'll talk about off-campus ones because I haven't lived on campus in a little bit, so I'll talk about the off-campus ones. So some of my favorites, one is like Fat Daddy's barbecue. It is like so good. Something about the barbecue sauce just hits different. I do have to say it is delicious. And like Susie Q's like potato things, I don't know how to explain it, but you just have to go and you have to try them because they're delicious. And then also I'm a big like ice cream girl, and Johnny's frozen custard is so good. I always get their Reese's like concrete, and it is delicious. I go at least once a week to Johnny's. And then also Stovey's is so good. I could talk about food in Russellville forever, but they have like cheese dip, and it was like the first cheese dip in Arkansas, I guess. And so Stovey's cheese dip is so good. And then one more is Umami's. If you like Japanese like me, they have like such good like sushi and like fried rice and all that good stuff. And they have this like sushi thing that they'll like literally light on fire like in front of you. So it's just really neat. So yeah, those are the off-campus places that I like to eat at.
Yes, the sushi roll they light on fire, and it's called the Wonder Boy, and it is so good. I get that one too. Oh, it's really good. Umami is highly recommend. And they light it on fire right in front of you, which is awesome. Okay, so who wants to talk about on-campus food options?
I will chime in here. I will say this: coming from Conway, we also have Fat Daddy's. They do have Pasta Grill here too, and Stobie's came from Conway too. But on campus, we have Chambers Cafeteria, and I love how people love to dog on Chambers, but Chambers is actually pretty good. We have like a pizza line that they actually make it in a brick oven. We have like an Asian cuisine area where they literally make it right in front of you. And it's like a hibachi style like grill thing. And then we have like the main line, which has like comfort foods and stuff a lot of the times. And then we have like our little dessert area. We have an area where you can go get fruit. And then also brunch on the weekends. That's actually pretty good. And breakfast is really good. They have like some amazing hash browns in there. And then we have BazTech, which is Baswell Techtionary. We call it BazTech here. That is where like our main little food court area is. So we have a Slims, we have a Witch, we have Starbucks, pumpkin spices here. We have a little like local thing called Bonadia in there, and it does like pizza and pasta. And then we have Jerry's Diner, which does like burgers and stuff. It's really cool. And then another cool thing about like eating on campus. So whenever you get a meal plan, you have DCB, which is kind of just like cash that you could use for that. So if you go to Starbucks and you don't want to like get your card out or anything, use DCB. You can just tap your card and then you use it that way. You can also, they have certain hours where they do meal trades in BazTech. So, like there is a breakfast meal trade for Jerry's Diner, and they do breakfast sandwiches. Amazing. And then there is, I think it starts at 1 and goes throughout the whole day. It'll be meal trade time for pretty much any of the restaurants that are in there, and um, they do have like a certain rule about the meal trade, like what you can get, but it's still better than if you want to just eat, in Chambers every day.
So the main takeaway there is that you're going to eat really good, no matter if you're on campus or off campus. It is delicious. So if you have any questions, throw them in that Q&A. So speaking of off-campus stuff, who's one? Nathan, go ahead.
They forgot one place that everyone goes to. Alyssa might have said it. La Puerta. That is thebomb.com. If you like Mexican food, you have to try La Puerta. Like that is the place that everyone goes to. It is a rite of passage. You have to go to it while you're here at Tech. That's all I had to say. But
I also wanted to add some. So I didn't hear anyone mention Doc's place and Doc Bryan, and I hear y'all at the breakfast at Jerry's is pretty good. I agree. But have you ever tried breakfast at Doc's place? Because that's really good. Also, off campus, I really love La Salvadoreña. Also, La Huerta, but like La Salvadoreña, I love that place. They give usas, and I really recommend that you go try those. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
I will also say if you want to go get any type of like traditional Latino food, the neighboring town of Dardanelle has like a whole market over there, and they have so many things that you can go over there and get.
Yes, they even have that traditional Mexican ice cream place where they make it in house, and there's like all sort. There's pine cone flavored ice cream, and just it's really good. So I love when Nathan gets really passionate about something. He like hits on the table. We love food here. So okay, but talking about things in Russellville. So things to do in Russellville, what it's like to live in Russellville for those students in the participants list who are going to be relocating. And so whoever wants to start on this, go ahead.
May I start?
Go for it.
Okay, so I will say, going from Conway, which is actually slightly bigger than Russellville, going from Conway to Russellville, it's actually like the perfect distance away. It's like a day trip away. So if you just happen to you don't find what you want here, you could easily take a nice little short 40-minute drive to Conway and go to Target or something. But I will say here, you can connect with nature big time. Lake Dardanelle is nearby. And so you can easily go over there and you can go hammocking or go like have a picnic with your friends or something. Mount Nebo is also nearby. And so if you like hiking, or just like beautiful views or anything, go to Mount Nebo. Pettigene is not too far away. That's also just another mountain. If you like to go camping, or go look at a waterfall, or look at some amazing views or anything, I suggest going there. We're really surrounded by nature here, and hammocking is also big. You'll see hammocking big here on campus, at the lake, on a mountain, anywhere. So if anyone else wants to add on to that.
I'm about to say, with hiking, it's a known place, but it's kind of like you have to know someone that knows it, I guess you would say. But it's Dardanelle Rock, and like it is so fun. Like if you're really into hiking, I will say it's kind of strenuous, but it is a good way to get in shape. I will say that. But the views that you get when you're at the top is it's very breathtaking. Like you see the dam in Dardanelle, and then you can also see Nuke One. So if you've never seen Nuke One, you can see Nuke One from Dardanelle Rock, or you can see it from Nebo. If you're You can actually go by Nuke One. Like there's a road that goes by it and you drive by it. You can actually do that. I do that kind of all the time. Just when I get bored, I just go and drive and stuff. And then also things to do in Russellville. So you're a college student and you kind of stay up late. And I lived in Baswell last year. And if you don't know where that is, that's the dorm that's connected to the football field. And right across the street, oh, this is going to sound so bad, is Taco Bell. And literally, I wouldn't kid you not, it'd be 2 a.m. in the morning. Me and my best friend would literally go to Taco Bell at 2 o'clock in the morning and come back and literally just like sit and eat. Like that is what college life is about. Like if you don't have a best friend that you can go at 2 o'clock in the morning Taco Bell with, then you need to find someone else, because like I'm not even joking you, like that is like the best time ever. But that's all I have to say.
So I wanted to add, oh, sorry, Alyssa. I wanted to add that actually my roommate is really into mountain biking, and there are a lot of mountain biking options around here. He's been going up Mount Nebo pretty much every day of the week this week. And I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about outdoors type stuff because I think everyone else has really hit on that. So in town, I know that we have rock climbing that is actually available to tech students. You just have to bring your tech ID. And there's I was told that there's an escape room. I didn't know about that, but it came on high praise from Kristen, so I'll have to check it out someday. But really, it's just a great place because, like, Russellville in itself is, you kind of get that small town vibe, but it's also got pretty much everything you would need in a big city. So it's really the the best of both worlds, I guess you could say. But anyway, I'll let Alyssa continue.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say one of my favorite things about Russellville is the movie theater here has $5 movie night, and it is the best thing for a broke college student because you can go for $5 on Tuesday, and then if you get like the free rewards card, like you literally just have to give them like your phone number and your email, that's all, and you get free popcorn on Tuesdays as well if you just show them that card. So it's super fun, easy way to like have fun with your friends without spending a lot of money. And then also the escape rooms really are like the best thing ever. They're so fun. So yeah, that's all I had to say.
Also, before we go on to the next subject, this is kind of new, and I don't know what the restrictions are since COVID has started, but we do have axe throwing here in Russellville, or I think it's in Russellville. It's either in Russellville or close to, like near Russellville, but I've heard it's very good and very like energetic, and if you just want to go and hang out with friends, relieve stress from finals or tests or just pent up anger that you have in you, just go. You can throw axes at a wall and just let it go. But that's all I have to say.
As long as you're 18 years old or older, that's the age restriction. Also, don't let this throw you off, but we do have a cow pasture right next to campus. So if you want to go look at cows, they're little cute. They're so cute to go look at, So if you want to go look at cows, go right. Literally, I live in Nut Hall, so all I gotta do is walk right over there and go say hello.
Go see all the moo-moos. I love it. Anybody else things to do in Russellville? I know there's karaoke too. Karaoke, there's that bookstore, Dog Ear Books. There's the downtown area in Russellville, historic downtown. We do art walks. There are cool, like niche art places. There's Midtown Coffee, really good coffee place, right next to campus. So a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in Russellville. So
one thing I do want to say, what I like doing is we have McDonald's right next to the Taco Bell actually, so it's like right across the street. And I like driving up to Taco Bell, buying some ice cream, and then going to this one street. It's called lakefront, and it's like right in front of the lake, and there's a spot that you can like just pull over and just like sit there. So what I like doing, I like going getting ice cream and going down there, just pull over and just get out in my sunroof and from my car, get in on the roof of my car and just lay there and watch the stars. So yeah.
all right. Thank you, everyone, for your input. So let's move on to the last plan question. And that's, I wish I would have known blank. And so this is the portion where we're going to give advice to future students. And so, Ramiro, you want to go ahead and start this one off?
Well, honestly, like I wish I would have known how people, even if you feel like you have some weird taste and stuff, let's say, like some things that you consider weird and stuff like that, I would like to have known that there's so many people who actually like that stuff, and you just have to find them, sort of, because for example, I am very big into YouTube and just like the YouTube community, and I had never been able to find someone who actually loved to watch the YouTube people and just like was involved in that community. And not up until like recently have I found a bunch of friends who are actually into that, and I get to talk to them about that. So yeah, I wish like somebody would have told me, hey, go talk to people about that. You'll find someone. So yeah.
Anybody else? Advice to future students. I wish I would have known blank.
I have two that I'll share. One of them was I wish I would have known that like everyone else was kind of going through the same thing that I was like as a freshman, because I was like, oh, I feel so like, like lonely. How I'm going to make friends. I don't really know anyone here. But then I wish I would have known like everyone else is going through the same thing. And then like I found out really quick that everyone else was. And so it just made it so much easier to like go and talk to new people and make those friends. And then also, what I wish I would have known is that like professors aren't like scary. I don't know, like in high school, I just thought they were going to be super scary and like unapproachable and like mean and would be like, no one's getting an A in my class, blah, blah, blah. And that's like the opposite of what it's been. Like, they're so like funny and like chill and like will share all these like funny details about their lives and really just keep you updated on their lives. And while you're like learning such interesting things, that's one thing that's super cool about college is you get to learn about things that you're interested in instead of like you have to take this class because it's required to like graduate type of thing. Like I got to take a spies class, so I learned about like spies and stuff. So yeah, it's just super cool that you get to choose more of what you want to study, and the professors are super chill and fun, so don't be scared of them.
I would like to say don't dismiss tech so quickly. Because whenever I was making my college decision, I actually, to be quite honest with y'all, I was like, I will never be going to Arkansas Tech. No, no, no. Child, the ghetto. But no. But really, this is like one of the best schools, hands down, that you could go to. You get some pretty good scholarship money. You get like, especially for me, I'm a music major, so the music program here is amazing. Okay, amazing. And so I wish I would have looked at it a lot more whenever I was doing my research on colleges. But at least I'm so glad that like I went to events such as like Time Out for Tech. That really helped influence me into going, oh yeah, this is the place. This is where I want to be.
So my advice to future students is actually something you've probably heard from your teachers and you've dismissed. But, you know, I don't know how your schools were, but my school did not really put a heavy thought on note taking and just overall kind of retaining the thoughts that are passed around in the class. But that is super important here. I don't know about other people's classes, but if I hadn't, in my music classes, if I wasn't taking notes, I would be completely lost. Um, so just kind of get a good grasp on that before you get to college, because I got here and I was completely lost. I had to learn on the fly. But I mean, overall, other than that, I guess the other thing I would want to say is, don't come into it kind of with your arms crossed. You don't want, by that I mean, don't come into it with the thought that you're not going to find someone, make any friends, because like Ramiro said, there's always someone around that is basically exactly like you, has the same interests, and you've just got to get out there and find them. And pretty soon you'll have a group. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm in several different friend groups now that are always like, hey, do you want to come do this? Do you want to do that? And so there's really no amount of free time that I have that I can't spend hanging out with someone that I've met here. Because I have like 2 people I know from high school here. Everyone else that I know I met here days after I got here. So it's really a good thing.
Nathan, do you want to share a little I wish I would have known advice to future students?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, what I wish I knew, I'm kind of gonna like not backtrack, but I'm kind of gonna like go of what they said. So like what Alyssa said, she said, knowing that people go through what you're exactly going through, like the whole being a freshman. Like, yes, being a freshman can be intimidating, but but like she said, just because you're going through it doesn't mean you're the only one. Like the whole freshman class as a whole is going through it. So that's one of the things I would say I wish I knew. Another thing that I said I wish I knew would probably be like I would have like not being so scared to like get out there. So last year I'm a very open person, but I can be shy at sometimes. And like in more formal settings, I don't want to be like I don't want to say something or do something that'll like embarrass myself. And so I usually am the person that usually just sits in the back or just sits there and just takes all the information in. And then if they ask me a question, I'll answer them. So I wish that I would know that, you know, you can voice your opinion, you know? Like just because your opinion might be not what everyone else is thinking, like just you can still voice it and then people will like, oh yeah, like this is how he thinks or this is how she thinks. And like they're very open. Like you might not think that people are open minded, but once you get in your classes and like actually like get to know the people in your classes, there are so many like different thoughts or not thoughts, there's sort of viewpoints of one situation, but what I like about it is like no one argues about it. So like you can voice your opinion, but then someone else will voice their opinion, and then y'all will just talk about it. Y'all won't like argue or say this one's right, this one's wrong. You know, so that's what I like about it. I went to Boys State in high school, and that's how it was at Boys State. Is we voiced our opinions, but with that opinions, we didn't argue about it. We just, you know, talked openly about anything and everything that the conversation went to. So that's what I would say is just don't be intimidated by the people around you or even your teachers because yes, they do have degrees and yes, they do, you know, are the authority figure in the situation, but they try to be as humble as possible. Like most of my teachers, like I know, like I can go and talk to them, you know, about anything with the class and like not be afraid to ask them questions. So I would say just don't be intimidated and um, if you have a question, please do not hesitate to contact your professor. Like they want you to succeed in life. They're not there just to, you know, get people in class to learn more about the information. They actually want you to learn it, to grasp it, and to make sure you use it in your day-to-day life. So that's what I would say.
Exactly. Some really wise stuff there. So in summary, don't be afraid to ask questions and don't be afraid to talk to people. You will meet people who are like you and people who aren't like you, but you'll be friends with both. And yes, don't be afraid of staff or faculty because we are here for you and every student counts at Arkansas Tech University. So let's stop and do another t-shirt drawing, and the lucky number is number 3. Meredith?
Alrighty, 3 is Anthony Mays from Little Rock. So Anthony, send me your t-shirt size and congrats.
Congratulations, Anthony. So that was our last question, and I have been looking at the Q&A feature periodically, and you guys have really engaged, and we love that. So we have 2 minutes left, so you have any last minute questions, go ahead and throw them into the Q&A and we'll get those answered for you. But we're still here for you even when this session ends in 2 minutes. And then we hope that you also join in at the next sessions. Let's see. So up next is going to be Show Me the Money. That is all things scholarships and financial aid, how to pay for college, how to apply for scholarships, different financial aid stuff. So you don't want to miss that. Go ahead and after this ends, take your 15-minute break, get a snack, eat some lunch, and then join us at 12:45 because that's going to be some really good information that you're going to get that's super useful for college. And then, of course, guys, even after this event day is done, stay connected with us throughout the year. We'll have probably more scholarship drawings because we love those, different updates, stuff about campus tours, other events. So stay connected with us at GoToATU on Instagram and on Twitter. And any other questions in the Q&A? Few more. All right, guys. Well, we thank you so much and big thank you to our panel of students. You guys are awesome. Had a really great time laughing about food options and meeting people in the hallway with you guys. And thank you also to Meredith, Cassidy, and Deidre for manning that Q&A session and answering y'all's questions. So guys, we hope to see you soon at the next session at 12:45. Thank you.